Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Fisher, your instructor for Intro to Application Programming with Java. Today's lesson is on Java data types. It's important to understand how Java treats numbers. There are 7 different types of numbers in Java: integer, long, short, byte, double, float, and character. Each one operates differently in Java. Today we're just going to concentrate on 2 of these data types, the integer and the double. These are the most common, and these are the 2 that we'll use throughout the semester. Let's start with integer. An integer is defined as a number that has no fractional part, no decimal point. For example, numbers on the number line, or maybe the number of cars in the parking lot, unless you want to count the smart car as a half a car. But seriously, you wouldn't have a half a car in the parking lot. The number of students in a class, or the number of soda cans in a case of soda. Again, you can see these are all whole numbers. These are all representing individual items. No half of an item, no quarter of an item. Integers can actually hold a number from minus 2.14 billion all the way up to positive 2.14 billion. There's also a long value that you can use if it's bigger than that, and if your number is going to be pretty small, you can actually use a data type of short, which we'll talk about later in the semester. Let's take a look at double. So we have the integer portion. Now double is going to be the number that actually has the decimal point. It's defined as a number with a fractional part. So an example might be the ounces in a water bottle. Maybe there's 20.5 ounces. How about the number pi? The number pi is represented by 3.14159, etc. We know it goes on forever, but you have to include the decimal point. Otherwise, when you calculate the area of a circle or the area of a circular object, you would not get the correct answer if you used an integer value instead of a double. How about hourly wage? How many of you have part-time jobs? Well, you probably get paid weekly based on your hourly wage. Well, if we didn't use a double to store your hourly wage, you would only get paid the dollar amount, in this case the $7, times the number of hours you work. And you can lose out on quite a bit of money. So you need to understand what data type to use in each situation. Measurements, maybe 2.5 inches. The double data type allows you to go to 15 decimal points of precision. Okay, let's take a look at how this works in our programming environment, NetBeans. Here's our NetBeans IDE. Remember, the Integrated Development Environment. I already have a program all set up called Data Types. So on this line 13 here, I'm going to remove the comment that says to do code application logic here and replace it with a print line statement that will allow us to show what happens when we use math operations on both integers and double numbers. So I'm going to add a system.out.println. I'm going to add a string in front of it just so we can get an idea of what's happening. So the first one we'll do is very simply, let's divide 4 by 2. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is say that is equal to, and I'm going to use the math operation. So I have to do a plus, and I want to put in parentheses 4 divided by 2. Now when I run the program, it'll show me what the result is of dividing 4 by 2. Right below that, I'm going to copy this line and I'm going to paste it right below it. Right below this line, let's see what happens if we do another one and we just do 5 divided by 2. Again, very simple math operation here. Remember that we're in Java though, so 4 divided by 2, 4 and 2 are both integers, and 5 divided by 2, 5 and 2 are both integers. I'm going to click on the green arrow at the top of the screen here, and I'm going to click on that so that it will run the program. It'll open up our output window and we can see what happened. So here's my output. It looks like it's still running. And there's our answer. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 5 divided by 2 is 2. Something's a little fishy here, isn't it? you'll see that because both numbers were integers, that the computer says, okay, I'm only going to give you the integer portion of the answer. All right, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to copy this last line. So let's say we do want to include the decimal point. How can we make that happen? Okay, so I'm going to paste it back in here. What you can do is you can change one of the numbers to be a double. So I'm going to change, whoops, sorry about that. I'm going to change the 5 to 5.0 on the left in the comment, and then also on the right hand side I'm going to add 5.0. So this time 5.0 divided by 2 is going to give me the answer with a decimal point. So if I click on run again, you can see we still got 2 and 2, but now we got 2.5 for our answer of 5.0 divided by 2. Okay, this is a widening condition. What happens is anytime a number in your mathematical equation has a decimal point, so it's considered a double, your answer is going to be a double. So again, you want to think about that for situations where you want to include that level of precision. Sometimes you do want to do integer division and only get the integer result. And so that's perfectly fine too. Okay, these are just a couple quick examples of the difference between int and double. So what I'd like you to do is try the activities that are assigned for this week in the book. And if you have any questions, make sure you bring them to class. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.